Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about our Cannon Optimum downriggers, some of the tips and tricks I used for setting these up, and then we're going to get them connected so they're communicating. So if you've done any amount of research on the Cannon Optimums, you know by now that the downriggers will communicate to each other and to the Solix unit wirelessly via Bluetooth. And so we'll go into getting these set up and how and why I do that. So real quick, let's talk about this. So if you're going to use bottom tracking when you're fishing, right? And for those of you that are fishing areas and you're like, you know, what is bottom tracking? So here in the Pacific Northwest, our king salmon in Puget Sound, they like to be on the bottom. We'll sometimes get them up in the water column, but they'll be like 5 feet off the bottom. So fishing those variations and contours, it's important that you stay 5 feet off the bottom. Well, bottom tracking allows you to do just that, and you can set it to be minus, plus, depends on the type of current you have, but it's very dependable. And I got in my opinion, a game changer, especially if you're a charter captain. So in our wiring, all 3 units have their own power straight to the battery. Don't wire your Cannon downriggers into your boat's wiring. Your boat wiring isn't sufficient to handle the load, okay? And if you have 2 downriggers on one side, don't piggyback those lines. Give them their own lines all the way back to the battery switch or the battery that you're going to use. 12-volt system. I have them sitting on the dual-axis rod holders. These rod holders are great, and a lot of people that get in my boat ask me what this is for. So you'll notice I've got a tether here. It's just a PVC-coated stainless steel cable to a stainless steel carabiner, and that attaches to the dual-axis rod holder, and all it is a safety. I mean, accidents happen. If I got caught up on something and I didn't react fast enough and the unit broke, at least the unit will be dangling from the side of the boat. So that's just going to save the unit from going all the way in the water, because I can get any of the base or any part of this repaired under warranty, no problem. Okay, so let's get into turning these on and how we're going to select which downriggers to connect first. Okay guys, so let's power on the unit. These Cannon Optimums actually load pretty quickly. Okay, so we're in, just touch on a couple things real quick. We've got different views up in here. If you want to change your view, you can press left or right to see different views. You can select which views you want to be selectable here through the menu, and we'll do a video on that at another time. Let's get into connecting our downriggers. Now, because I most often am using the starboard and the port downrigger, the port downrigger will be the first downrigger that I pair with this. So we're going to go into the menu button. We're going to go down to settings. Once we're in settings, we want to go down to Bluetooth. In here, if you already have stuff set up, you can see your device list. But we're going to go down to pair downrigger, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And as I do, it says select pair downrigger below to start pairing. Now, before I do that, I want to turn on the port downrigger so that it is ready to receive the information. So we'll get that loaded up. And again, they load pretty quick, so this is not a long process. All right, port downrigger is powered up. I'm going to go ahead and pair the downrigger. It says from the other downrigger, select pair to Bluetooth master. So I'm going to come over to the port downrigger, go down to my settings, go to Bluetooth, and pair downrigger, and it gives me an option. It says, for the first time pairing, you need to assign which downrigger will be the Bluetooth master. have you already assigned the Bluetooth master? And the starboard downrigger is the Bluetooth master. So we know that starboard is Bluetooth master, so we come down and we press in and then pair to Bluetooth master, press. So we come back over here and now we can see on this screen, it says connected, okay? We have success. We have the same message on the port downrigger. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. And if I come up to the device list and go into that, you'll see here's unit 1. Unit number 2 is my port downrigger. Now I'm gonna turn off unit number 2, the port downrigger, so we can now add the forward starboard downrigger to the list as well. So we'll X out of that. We'll come back into our settings, come down to Bluetooth. We're going to go into pair downrigger. I'm just going to sit right there. I'm going to turn on the forward starboard downrigger. I'm jumping into the settings and going to Bluetooth. Okay, so we're in the same screen that says, yes, I want to pair to the Bluetooth master. So I'm in here, I want to press pair downrigger. It says pairing. And I'm telling the forward starboard unit, yes, pair with the Bluetooth master. It's pairing. So we got a little error there because I didn't touch on this fast enough. And now we're connected. So sometimes if you don't, and I'm glad this actually happened, because a lot of times people, they're like, oh, something's wrong. It was user error is what it is. So I didn't press a confirmation on the forward starboard downrigger fast enough, and this said, no, I don't see that downrigger. But you saw what I did. I just hit close and I hit pair again, and boom, it paired. So we're connected. So now, if I want to close this out, I come up to my device list. Now I can see here's the primary, here's my port, and here is my starboard forward downrigger. So that we got all those connected. And in fact, it shows there's a line through number 2 because it recognizes 2 is there, but 2 is off. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to pair Solix to the main unit. Okay? So let's X out of here, go back into our menu, go down to settings. We're going to go down to our Bluetooth, and we're going to pair Humminbird. Okay? Now it says select pair device within the Cannon menu on your Humminbird unit. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so I've selected pair on the unit. It's pairing here. Success. Cannon is connected. So now that that's gone, we can see here that I've got the first downrigger. Now if we turn on the port downrigger, then we'll have that light up. So let's turn that on real quick. Okay, so we just hit the power for the port downrigger, and we should see this light up to show us that we've got the port downrigger on. Let's back out. Oh, there it was. So we'll go to Bluetooth, Cannon settings, and we can see here's our starboard, and there's our port downrigger. So pretty easy to connect the Solix. So you guys, as you can see, getting your downriggers set up, connected to each other so they're communicating, and connecting your Solix unit is really easy. I hope this information is helpful to you. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the little alarm bell right there so that when we have more content coming out, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching.